What am I supposed to do? And I have so much equipment over the years, right? I have a computer, I have mics, I have OBS, I have Logic, I have Firefox, I have iPhones, I have tripods, I have, like, the future is here. I have it all. Everything you could ever dream of in a studio. I have a big room, like an office. My bed isn't even in here. Imagine that. Imagine that. I used to sleep in a small room with everything cramped in there. Like, I have it all, in a sense. Besides that, I deliver purpose to the world. That's the only thing that's missing. And me getting rewarded for it or acknowledged or getting paid. Getting paid is the big thing. Now you go stream, and then what am I going to be streaming about? There's millions of streamers. I'm just going to be like, hey, here's me in my room. Let's talk about what? What? Just talk to myself for an hour until some chatter jumps in? What would I even label it? Come talk with me? Like, who's even going to find me? If I was a gamer, sure. If I was a jokester, I don't know. I don't know what to focus on. I don't know what to focus on. I just don't know what to focus on. Just sitting here making this video feels like a waste. What am I going to use this video for? Cut it into snippets? That's not going to hook anyone in. Controversial content. That's what pops. Controversial content. Is streaming the right thing? Yeah, you're live. People see you. They get to know you. But is that something I want to build right now? Should I stream my day all day? Should I stream? That's the question. Should I stream all day? The thing is, I don't even see interest in that. But I saw this one stream, but the guy's famous. Now the question is, yeah, if someone's famous, I'd watch him. Simple as that. You know, if Ronaldo had a stream and he was showing us how rich he is live and showing us behind the scenes, I'd watch it. You know, checking what is the guy doing. But like, who's gonna watch Mr. Average Joe? And then when someone hops in, you gotta keep them. You know, let's say I stream all day and someone is in the chat. Wow, I got someone in the chat. And now all of a sudden you gotta go. Then what would the chat be about? Because I always envision my life, what would it be like if I already made it to the top? You know, what if you have everything? You have all the money, you're happily married, you have your dream car, your dream house, the fridge is full, the bills are paid for the next 400 years, whatever. You have all the room, all the space, all the privacy, all the gadgets, all the tools. Everything is supplied for. You don't need to worry. The babysitter is taken care of. The kids are happy. They're smiling. They're with grandma. Everything is the best utopia you could imagine. The question is, what would you then do? What would you then do? Because I feel like I have that right now. I'm at home. I have nowhere to be. I don't have to worry about everything, even if it's just for the next 2 hours, let's say. I'm living in a utopia for the next hour. It's warm. Bills are paid. I ate. Nothing to worry about. Freedom. I have the gadgets. What do I want to do with my life right now that isn't a pleasure, a leisure, a vice, a distraction? Right? That's the thing. You can't go on your phone and scroll. You can't watch a movie. Don't do stuff that wastes your life and your time. What would you do? So the thing is, you need to create value and content. And then we always think, well, I can only do it if I have this, and I have that, and I have this, and I have that, and I need this. But every time you get that thing, you get that new iPhone, you get that new mic, you get that better camera, you get that better lens, you get that new monitor, you get that new stuff that you need to perform. Eventually you just sit there and you're like, I need more. I need something. But you don't need something. And I think when you find true passion, like unbelievable passion, burning desire, I think you still need motivation to get out of bed and, pursue it on your bad days. And I have that. I have passion. Or I wouldn't have been doing it for 5 years, right? My videos and this. But some days I'm just like... And I'm not going to watch videos. I try to just sit here. Earlier I sat against that wall on the floor. And I looked out the window. No TikTok, no music, no distractions, no vices, no nap time, nothing. You just sit in boredom and you wait to get the call from God, so to say. And that's what I've been doing all day. Waiting for the phone call. Hello, Dustin. This is what you need to be doing. And then I do something. And when I see that I start getting comments or whatever, then I start to recalibrate. I'm like, yo, is this the right thing? Did I say the right thing? This could be me being scared and fearful, which I thought I wasn't because I've been doing this for 5 years. Maybe 5 years I haven't gotten the attention that I think I haven't gotten attention that much. So some days I just want to play video games. Even though I don't even have a TV or a console. But I feel like that would just be very easy and fun. Call of Duty, eat a couple Doritos, drink a Coca-Cola, and play 13 hours and level up and get the colors on the guns and points and just have fun and play. But at the end of the day, my dad always says games are for kids. And I made a promise I'll only play games once I've made it. What does that mean? Success, I guess. I can't play games if I haven't achieved anything, Can't sit there. And then it's like, turn it into a job. Be a streamer who games. Yeah, have you seen the competition on that? And also, that's going to be another thing. Now I'm going to be a gamer? In my second life, I probably would have been a gamer. I don't know, I love gaming, but I feel like every man loves gaming, so that can't even be my passion. I love gaming and playing with my bros. I think that's just the feeling of community and playing a game. I don't think that's a passion. Is it? And you have people like famous gamers, right? Like Ninja, or now this guy's popping off. His name is Burnt Peanut. You know, it's just they're entertainers. They're not gamers. They're entertainers. You know, when you do it professionally and compete, it's still entertainment. You know, soccer games, Ronaldo, they're playing a game, so technically they're gamers, but at the end of the day, they're entertainers. They entertain you. If they wouldn't entertain you, there wouldn't be sponsorships. If there wasn't sponsorships, then no one would pay that these people run around the field all day, or that people would press buttons on a plastic remote. So at the end of the day, all that matters is entertainment. You need to entertain. Entertain. I'm a musician and I make videos. I'm an entertainer. I entertain. Okay, so let's break this down. I'm just trying to organize my thoughts. I'm an entertainer. Correct. We just established that. I'm an entertainer. And I make videos. Yes. I make videos. And I like making videos. And I make music. So I'm an entertainer, main category, subcategory, content creator videos on topics, philosophy, self-development, corruption. Those are, I think, my main ones. Philosophy, self-development, corruption. What then happened is I focused so much on corruption because corruption basically just, I hate evil. How do you prepare against evil? Evil isn't avoidable. It's inevitable. So you must prepare for it through self-development and philosophy. See, that's my whole spiel right there. So, but through corruption, I fell into politics, trying to convincing myself subconsciously that I should be in politics. You know, for literally a week, I thought, you know what, I'm going to be the top of the party. I'm going to be the next president of Germany. That's the thing about my mind. When I want to be something, I always imagine myself at the pinnacle of that career. When I wanted to be, when I was in high school and they told you need a job, I went, what's the most expensive, most paying job? And it was air traffic controller. I was like, I'm going to be the best air traffic controller in the world. Then I wanted to do stocks, and then I'm like, I'm going to be the best in the world, and then photography. So when I was like, I'm going to make political content, I was like, I'm going to be a political superstar, and I'm going to fight for freedom and liberty. So you see what I'm talking about? I hate politics. I fucking hate politics so much. But my dad is a politic fanatic. He's always been eager to learn and knows what's up and which is good, and it's been passed on to me. But the thing I learned about politics is it's always corrupt. It will always be corrupt. It's showbiz. It's entertainment. It's more entertainment than it is fighting for the liberty of the nation. Ad revenue, clicks, negative likes or positive, doesn't matter. You just need eyes on you, propaganda, brainwashing, viral hits, fear-mongering, whatever it may be. It's entertainment. Watch us. And then Coca-Cola puts an ad on the screen, and then Coca-Cola pays, and then boom, money. So you have to entertain. Now the thing is, I want to have value and purpose and some meaning, so I don't want to make stupid, boring content. I want to do something that intrigues, Then the thing is, when you do something, then the internet starts hating on you. Because lots and lots and lots of people are haters. No one wants to be hated, but most people hate. That's the weird thing about life. The second you try something, people shit on you. That's why no one tries. Because being nonchalant and chill and I don't care, with the flow. I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I'm not trying. Trying is stupid. The second you try, you weirdly become different. And then you get pushed out of circles, and then you get hated, judged, and criticized. And that's probably the hardest thing about success. It's not about becoming successful in the thing you choose, as in it being successful, but you withstanding the criticism, the hate, the judgment, the loneliness of I am in this alone for multiple years. Like, I think about not quitting, but not even second guessing, but it's depressing, especially if you have no plan B. If you have no plan B, I've been doing this for 5 years. I have no plan B. I'm all in. Every single dollar, whatever, all in. And no results? That's shitty. And most people quit after what? 6 months? Then the next amount quits after 1 year. Then it's 3 years. And then 6. In March, I would be making music for 6 years and self-development for 7. And videos for 4. And you know how much money I've made? Maybe $100. Do you know how much I've put into this brand and this company and all this stuff? Lots. Like 5 digits. And I'm not talking 10K. I'm talking like, I don't even know. 35, 40. Put everything into this. I've had investments from family. People have chipped in. Like, this is like, I don't do anything besides this. I don't really party. I don't spend it on subscriptions and games. And I just like to wear nice clothes and invest it into my company. That's all I want to do. And eat good food. That's where my money goes. Good food, clothing, and my passion. And then you're 25, and people are like, you don't have a job? You're not working? You're not doing this? And I'm like, but I told myself, even if I work at McDonald's when I'm 50, that sounds horrible. Horrible. But if you go work and you're a loser, but you go home and for the last 30 years, you've invested all your money and time into one thing or 2 things, and you're probably already a supreme master at it after 30 years. I think that's more purposeful, meaningful than, chasing a career and having a Range Rover. And I, in a sense, tell myself or know or believe that I don't deserve to have children if I'm can't live up to be the man that I think I could be. Because what am I going to tell my kids? Hey kids, your dad's a failure. He didn't accomplish the things he wanted to accomplish. And now I'm supposed to teach you. Yeah, and then I'm going to be some ego-driven father who wants his kids to be famous and send his girls to the pageant show that they become models. And my son, he's going to... I wouldn't do that, but I'm just saying, it's like... I feel like that's how a lot of parents feel. They failed in life, so now they want their kids to succeed. And when their kids don't succeed, they take it, in a sense, even more personal. Some parents are like, oh, fuck it, I don't care about anything. And some parents let their kids do what they choose, which is fine. I just can't. I can't be a loser. Because if I'm a loser, then my kid will be a loser. And I really don't want my kid to be a loser. I want him to be like his dad. Or his grandfather, at least. My dad. You know, sacrificing your life, yeah, everything. I'm an entertainer. Yeah, you're an entertainer. Good job. Good observation. What now? How do you entertain the masses? How do you entertain the masses? I know that success is about persistence. And people always tell other people, you start chasing your dream, start pursuing it. But no one ever talks about the people who've been pursuing it and who are just down 7 years in, 10 years in, nothing. If you stick to something for 10 years without reward, that makes you very, very rare. Very rare. And if you put 10 years into something, I don't know what, anything, you're going to be a master at it. Like a master at it. And then it only comes down, but nowadays it doesn't come down to skill, it comes down to attention gathered. So you need to gather attention. So the content I make doesn't necessarily have to be about the stuff I'm promoting or my music. I literally just have to make people look at me. When they look at me, I can direct that focus to my music or to my other websites or things I'm promoting. Kind of like bad publicity is good publicity. Yeah, no, all publicity, no matter what. Anything. Neutral, positive, negative, hateful, cool, little, like anything. It's literally like, look at me, please. Look at me. And that's the thing about most artists or famous people. This is what they get wrong. We artists, we have a product, right? And we want attention on it or something, and we don't get the attention. Other people have attention, but they don't have something to funnel that attention to. They get famous off their art, right? But then the art is basically their whole personality, which I get it. If you're Michael Jackson and your music is everything you have, that's good. But most people, if you're like mediocre famous, couple million followers, let's say, instead of 300 million, I don't know what the super famous people are at right now, but if you're mediocre famous or even extremely famous, you need to channel that attention to something of value, of benefit. Because some people are just famous because they're famous. And then they died off. Because you were hot, you were funny, you were cool. Now your jokes are old and you're not pretty anymore, or the game that you're good at isn't playable anymore, so to say, if you're a gamer. That's why you always need to take that attention and fuel it into something else. And then you can recycle attention or spread it out. And then it's not like, hey, I'm a gamer. No, I make clothing and I have this health industry supplement, whatever, and I make custom hats and I pay women in Malaysia to make gemstone bracelets. That's also my brand. And then you funnel that and twist it all together. And now if I go crashing, my gaming stops. Well, I still got the Malaysian gemstone makers. I still got my hat company. I still got this and that and that. But what people do is they funnel everything into one and then it all crashes down. But what I'm trying to do right now is I'm trying to grow all companies at once. If it was up to me, I'd start like two more companies tomorrow. I have so many ideas. And ideas are endless. I think with anybody. I feel like you have 5 ideas right now. If you sat down of what you want to do and change. Right? You probably want to save the bees and the oceans, and you want to start a fashion brand or makeup, or you want to create a new type of soccer ball. I don't freaking know. But you have an idea. The only thing you don't have is money, resources, and attention on you. Because look at Mr. Beast. Mr. Beast can, in a sense, change the world. Do you know how he started? He started by cutting plastic tables in half with a knife. He started by, I don't know, watching paint dry, by doing duct taping yourself to a wall. I don't freaking know. The dumbest shit. Gathered attention and now funnels it to all these little things. Chocolate bar, candy, games, show, French, Spanish, this, and Amazon, and saving Africa, giving water. Boom. But it all started with me and my friends taping each other to a wall with duct tape. I don't know if they did that, but they did all those types of videos that were popping on YouTube back then. Now the question is, you also need to enjoy it. Mr. Beast enjoyed doing those videos, those games. He enjoyed those. He liked doing that. Now the question is, what do I enjoy doing endlessly? What do I enjoy doing endlessly? The thing is, Mr. Beast found his passion. So, of course, every day you want to do it again. And it gets even better when you get paid. The thing is, when you don't get paid, it's frustrating. When you don't get paid, it gets frustrating. If I was getting paid thousands of dollars to sit in my room and make, I don't know, reaction videos, I'd probably find even more motivation to do it, right? Because there's money behind it. Or if I was finally making some money off my music, I probably invest most of my time into music. But because I make no money from all of it, in a sense, I'm not motivated to do any of it. And then you sit there on the floor, looking out the window, asking yourself, where's my phone call from God? And why isn't he telling me what I should be doing right now? Because everything I'm doing isn't paying off. And when I do something, it feels like it's the wrong thing. Blah, 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 blah. Cry me a river. See, this was 33 minutes. Should I have done this on Twitch? I don't have any viewers now. I'm not going to get any views on YouTube. I could have done it on Twitch and then uploaded it to YouTube. Same thing. But it's like, what's the competition on Twitch right now? Yes, I'm talking in terms of competition, which you shouldn't. But, well, what would this be? Just chatting? 360,000 people online. That is wild. 360,000 people watching. Just in this category. With 33 million followers. And then it's like, okay, some of these streamers have 1 million followers, but then when they're on stream, they got 100 viewers. So I'm like, did you just get on? What's going on? Why is there here neon 23K viewers? The thing about it is, if you saw 23K on TikTok or IG, that'd be a flop. That's a video that flopped. It's a micro viral video, so to say. It's if you usually get 250 views and you get 20k views, that's a lot, but compared to the other viral videos, it's nothing. But 23,000 viewers who are staying throughout is absurd. Absurd. Do you know what a 23,000 man stadium is? Don't tell me it's a football stadium. How many fit in a football stadium? I asked seating for a football stadium and it gives me the rows. A medium-sized 30 to 60. A small 10 to 30. So let's say a small stadium is listening to you live. Live. Well, with Instagram, it's like, okay, maybe a quarter of the stadium watched my video 3 times, so to say. But to have a whole stadium watching you live as you do something is absurd. And then what are they doing? Let's click on this guy's channel. What is this guy up to? He's the #1 right now in this category. Aiden Ross. They're outside, streaming. What? They're standing outside talking. They're on their phone. The chat is lots of people in the chat. LOL, LOL, GG. Take off your hat. I missed it. What happened? Trespassing denied. 30,000 people are watching this. This guy has 500k subscribers. But it's like they got famous doing wild shit. I don't really want to do wild shit. I just want to sit and talk. What is this? Phaseness. I don't know. Anyway, guys, I'm going to cut it. I don't know what to do. I'm an entertainer. I got to figure out some way to entertain something.